My 80-year-old grandpa casually mentioned seeing the ice wall the other day, and you guys are gonna freak out. My grandpa is one of those people where, like, he's just lived way more lives than the rest of us. Like, he was in Vietnam, he was in the Navy, he was doing all kinds of stuff. Like, you could mention anything, and he's done it or seen it or knows about it. It's to the point where my family just kind of, like, shrugs him off and is like, okay, Pop, yeah, sure. Because some of the stories are a little bit out there. Well, we were having dinner the other night and he casually mentioned the ice wall. And normally I wouldn't give a second thought to the things that he says. I feel bad saying this because I love him to death, but I would tune him out a little bit because I'm like, okay, he's old. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? But he mentioned the ice wall. So I start talking to him about it. He was in the Navy, and this came up because we were talking about how I went to Iceland, and he started a side conversation with someone else about it. He said that when he was in the Navy, they would go up towards the Arctic Circle, basically circumnavigate down to, I want to say he said Africa, and then up the coast to come up the east coast of the US. So he just casually mentions that you can't go near the ice wall. And I'm like, the ice wall? What do you mean? So I pull up the 1585, I think it is, Gleason map, the flat earth one. And I was like, did you guys take this route? And I started at the top and basically just went around the side, where the ice wall would be. But I didn't use one that had an ice wall on it because I wanted to gauge his response. He's like, oh yeah, we had a map like that on the ship. And I'm like, oh, okay. And what were you doing? He's like, oh, I was on the NATO route. I said, the NATO route? What are you talking about? He's like, we watched the shorelines and we watched to make sure that planes weren't invading other countries. I'm like, what? That doesn't even sound right. He goes on to say that the ice wall is just because the Arctic Circle extends so far down that it appears to create a wall around all of those continents. And I said, so did you see the wall yourself? What does it look like? He said when they start up near the Arctic Circle, you could see it really far away. And they were told that it was about 50 feet higher than the water. And I said, well, why didn't you guys ever get close? He said because it would create a Titanic type of instance where the ice would scrape the ship, because he said for a certain distance up until the ice wall, the ice comes so high up that you can't even sail a ship on it because it would just scrape and destroy the bottom. So I explained to him how we know that the earth is flat and that the ice wall is the bottom of the firmament and everything. He literally thought that I was crazy. He's like, what? No, Kayla, we live on a globe. What are you talking about? He genuinely, was acting like I had lost my mind. It just didn't make sense to him that I was saying that it's actually an ice wall. It's not an extension of the Arctic Circle somehow, and that it means that we live on a flat earth. But he just, vehemently denied this. It didn't even seem like he was trying to hide anything. He just genuinely did not believe me. But what I'm thinking is that my grandpa was part of guarding the ice wall at one point, and he has no idea. He denies this because why is it called the NATO route? And why are they watching to see who's in the ocean and they're doing, you know what I'm saying? They're going around the outside of the Gleason map to protect coastlines. I get that that's what the Navy does, but I genuinely think that this is how they guard the ice wall, is that they have the people doing it so clueless that they don't even know. My grandpa was unknowingly guarding the cosmic secrets of the universe. He doesn't even think it's weird that the Arctic Circle would extend all the way down like that. And it makes me realize that the Arctic Circle that they're talking about is probably just the circle of the ice wall. And now I'm like, man, I wish that I paid attention to my grandpa all of these years, because what else has he said? What has he said casually that nobody listens to? And they're just like, Pop's getting crazy again.